Hi everybody, it's Jenny, and today I'm sharing my cards for the new Box of the Month kit, Hop and Giveaway from Not Too Shabby. You can follow along with the hop by using the hashtag N2S Fresh Summer, as well as enter for a chance to win a $25 gift card to the Not Too Shabby shop. All you have to do to enter is leave a like and comment on each of the videos along the way, as well as enter at the Raffle Copter link in the description box below. So before I get started on my cards, we're going to take a closer look at all the watermelon-y goodness that comes in this month's kit. And of course, you can find the link to all these goodies in the description box below, which will take you to the Not Too Shabby shop. So first up is one of the 3 stamp sets included in this month's kit, and this super cute gnome one is called Sweet Summer. Next up is Summer Vibes. And then the third set called Thanks a Melon. And next up we have a yummy piece of candy and a super cute coordinating sequin mix. And then on to probably my favorite part of the Box of the Month kits, these super cute paper pads. This one is called It's a Fresh Summer, and this one is Watermelon Summer. And I'm just gonna open this up and take a peek at all of the patterns. And last but not least, we have the 2 coordinating ephemera sets. Okay, so now on to my cards for today. I'm going to use the stamp set called Thanks a Melon, and I'm going to go ahead and start by stamping out all of my images onto a piece of Neenah cardstock using Gina K black ink. And then I'm going to stamp each of them out again onto a piece of Post-it note paper to create some masks. After I have all my masks stamped out, I'm going to use a craft knife to trim out all the different sections of each of my images because I'm going to be using Distress inks to color them in. So I started with the colors Spun Sugar, Kitsch Flamingo, and Picked Raspberry, and I started ink blending with some of my tinier blending brushes, and then I got rid of the Spun Sugar because I didn't really need 3 colors in these tiny images. And then for the greens I used Twisted Citron and Mowed Lawn. So I just kept adjusting my masks to color in each of the different parts of my images, and I did find out that once I've colored the area with the Distress ink, the mask didn't really want to stick, so I brought in a piece of washi just to hold those in place. So I was using the masks so that I could leave a white border around my images, but when I colored in that last image, I forgot to add the mask, so I end up just trimming them out and lining the edges with a black marker. once all my images are colored in, I'm just going to fussy cut them all out and color in the seeds with a black gel pen. So I love the sentiments that came with this stamp set. One says, "Thanks a melon," and the other says, "You're one in a melon." And instead of just heat embossing those and popping them on the card, I wanted to add a little something extra. So I'm going to ink blend the same watermelon colors I use for my images, and then I'm going to trim out the word melon using some small letter dies. I also trimmed out the letters for the word melon from some scrap cardstock so that I could stack them and glue them together to pop up the word a little bit. So next, I'm going to heat emboss the rest of the sentiment onto some black cardstock, and I'm just going to mask off the word melon with a piece of washi tape and then pull that off before I stamp that down onto the cardstock. And I did even cut one of my stamps in half, which was, but it was much easier to stamp out the thanks, instead of having to mask it out twice and restamp it. So it worked out, and I can always put it back together to stamp out the whole sentiment another time. Next, I'm going to bring in the Lawn Fawn 4 square backdrop dies and pick out my pattern papers and start laying out my card fronts. I do a lot of back and forth when I try to pick out my pattern papers and figure out my layouts, but once I finally got it, I went ahead and die cut my backdrop dies. Then once again, I started to play around with my layouts and switched around which patterns I paired together before I trimmed my base layer. Once I decided on the final layouts, I glued everything together and trimmed out my base layer pattern paper, and I used a lot of foam tape to add a ton of dimension. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to follow along with the hashtag N2S Fresh Summer for tons more inspiration using this month's kit. And until next time, bye!